This is how it is going to go. We are going to have 7 days straight where we have picks that you can make with your chance to be BetTV's Betting Extraordinaire for a chance to win $25,000. If you get the first 3 questions right over the course of 3 days, you're going to win $250. If you get to day 5, you're going to win $2,500. And if you get through day 7, a week straight of correct picks, we're going to give you $25,000. No joke.
That is right, and it is day 1, which means for Who Wants to Be a Betting Extraordinaire, everyone that's listening, viewing right now, you got a chance to win $25,000. Starting today, we had 2 contestants going into last night through day 3. They both lost, so we reset, we run it back, and we are doing a special weekend. I don't know if we want to call it a promo. It's not a promo. There's no promotion. Genuinely and generally, we have options special. A, B, C, D. Special is a better word. Thank you. Weekend special. There's no A, B, C, D this weekend. You guys give me your favorite play. If it wins, you're through to day 2. Up to you. Wild card. Something like that. You know what I'm getting at. Generally, you got 4 options you have to pick. I set them up. We're just letting you guys pick your favorite college football or NFL play for the weekend. Again, if it wins, you're through to day 2, which will start back up on Monday. So, with that being said, I know we have a bunch of callers that are already waiting. We can get rolling, but it does start to get through. We used to do trivia. Now it's rock, paper, scissors. I wrote down rock, paper, and scissors answers. You guys need to beat me or push,
Does this mean?
and then you're through to play.
Does this mean you're going to be a little more difficult to beat in rock, paper, scissors?
I mean, I wrote down 3 so far, but then I'll start writing more. Is that what you were talking about? Yeah, I just was like, because I got to write down everyone's bets now, since they're going to be different. They're not just going to be the ones we already set up. So to save some time, I'm like, I'll try to get ahead and write some answers 3 at a time or something. But the first 3 are in.
First up, we got Hunter in Houston.
All right, Hunter, what's up, man? We'll just get rolling, man. Rock, paper, or scissors. What do you want to go with?
Rock.
I went with paper. Lost to start it. Look, last time you guys smoked me, so it's probably just a matter of time before we have a bad day for callers. But I went paper, man. I'm sorry. We'll talk to you next time. He was first. He was so excited. He was so stoked.
5,000 so bad.
L. All right, who's next?
We got Carlos.
Carlos, what's up, man? How are you doing?
What's good, man? Let's go scissors.
That's good. I went paper again. So scissors is a winner. Carlos, any football pick, give it to me.
Give me Green Bay, -5.
Definitely staying off of Green Bay if this is your favorite play this weekend. Let me know, double check, make sure I can't give you... Oh, wow. It's a 6 now, sir. Up to 6.
Really?
Yeah. Going to make you lay 6 if you want it.
How about Green Bay money line? Aha.
No money line options.
Okay. All right. Let me get the 6. I'll take the 6.
Okay.
What about pushes? Do pushes work? Does pushes win?
That's
How's that
interesting.
work?
Yeah, we probably should. I'll just do pushes win. You get to call day 2. That's fine. All right, man. Good luck.
All right. Have a good one.
So it's like a -5.5 for Carlos there. Green Bay -6 pushes win. Nice. Yeah, that moved. We wanted to fade the Bears earlier. Someone else called in and did use Green Bay. Maybe it was just Carlos, but I think there was maybe another one on Last Word Cheetah earlier this week. But anyway, we will move on. Locked Carlos in there. Who's up next? What's up, Mr. B? What do you want to go with? Rock, paper, or scissors?
Let's go rock.
I did 3 papers to start, so that is an L. I am sorry.
Oh, gee. That's okay. I didn't want to give you guys a winner anyway.
I feel so bad today. All right, man. Enjoy your weekend, though, and good luck.
Winner, that's okay with me.
Take it easy.
All right, bye.
All right, you know how I said I wrote down 3 to start?
Yeah.
It's true, and I did all paper, so I wasn't lying, but I need to write down a few more now. So let's see if I go back to paper or what. All right. Next, who's up?
We got Brian in New York.
Brian, rock, paper, or scissors? What are you going with?
Gonna go with scissors.
I went with scissors, so that's a push. You are good. That's a W. Brian, what are you going to roll with? Your favorite football play of the weekend. Day one, you pick it. You're right.
Well,
you're through.
I missed it on last word cheetah, so let's go with the Patriots plus 3.5.
That worked out, actually. Good point. All right. Pats plus 3.5. You're getting a little bit of juice your way, too. I don't mind it. All right, man. Good luck. I hope they went out right for you.
Thank you.
See ya. Who do we got next, Quan?
Got Ty.
All right, Ty. My answer is down. Rock, paper, or scissors?
Scissors.
I went back to paper, so you are good. That's a W. What are you going to roll with? Favorite
All right,
football play this weekend?
Yeah. Let's go with Vandy plus the points.
Oh, no. All right, I'm with you. Plus 18.5. I'm not sure it's my favorite, but it's too high. This should be like 16. I'm with you. All right, good luck, man. Go Commodores.
Later.
Next up.
We got Joey. Joey actually called the first play for the Wildcats today.
What are you running?
We're running. I hope nobody's watching.
This is flag football, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you got to have someone record it now, and we got to play it on the show Monday.
We're running trips right. 9.
You have enough players to run trips right?
Yeah. It's
Okay.
8. It's 8 on 8. Trips right. 9, 7, 6.
We only have 3 linemen?
It's cross. No lineman. The lineman's the center. He can go
Oh, that's it. Oh, then you have plenty.
Yeah.
Okay.
9, 7, 6. X shallow. So
Do
vertical.
the kids know how to run a
We
9.76?
ran corners in practice this week. We always run verticals. I got to throw in a dig. That's going to be the tricky part. I'm going to just tell them 5 and in because they're going to mess it up anyway.
There's no way. How old are they?
9.
Can 9-year-olds throw a corner route pretty well up to the sideline?
Yeah. He's like he's kind of hefty lefty-ish. He got a big arm, bigger kid.
That's what they called me, except not lefty, but yeah.
Hefty righty. It doesn't.
Yeah, didn't
doesn't
work.
have the same ring.
Hefty is just the main point. Look, the corner route's hard, but if he can make that throw across the field, like you're not defending it. If he's putting it on the sideline side, like yeah, that's gonna work. I don't mind the call. Have someone take a video of the first play. It'll be good content for Monday.
I got you.
Especially if it fails and it's a pick 6 the other way, we can
We
blame
don't
him.
fail in the Wildcats.
Nah, you gotta run 10-yard at least on the dig, and because the shallow cross.
Joe, you asking for a lot.
Can you even get to 10-yard routes before you're getting sacked?
Kid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it's flag
they
football.
blitz from 7 yards back.
So 10 yards might be tough.
We
Unless
got-
you're
we
rolling
got
them out
fast.
and rolling them
Nah.
out. But if he's hefty lefty, yeah.
I'm gonna tell him to throw the vertical.
Okay.
Or he normally throws
Just lob it up.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, go. By the way, you can make your pick: rock, paper, or scissors.
Let's go with rock.
I went with paper again. 3 papers, a scissors, and 2 papers. So that is another L. I'm sorry. Hopefully, it doesn't bode poorly for Quan's team.
We'll see. Let's hope it's a touchdown.
Yes. If it is, I'll let you play day 2 on Monday. How about that? We'll give them a free roll into day 2 if you guys score on the play.
I'll throw 100 in the prize pool.
Okay. Beautiful. That sounds good. Take it easy, man. Enjoy your weekend.
Bye.
Who's next? Sorry, what's up, man? Rock, paper, or scissors? What are you going to go with?
Scissors.
Push. I did scissors again.
Oh.
So that is a W. Favorite play this weekend, football.
I got to roll with the Cowboys.
That's what you did today on the show. I can do it. I'll give you the 3 because we give everyone the best line. Brian, you still get 3.5 on the Pats side. Earlier caller playing just a few calls ago. Sorry, you get the -3. No problem there. And a push gets you through. So really it's a -2.5, which is value if you're looking at it in that sense.
Thank you very much, man.
Yep. Enjoy your weekend, man. Take care. Next. Alec, what's up? Rock, paper, or scissors? If you were not aware, I've done a lot of paper and 2 scissors. So maybe rocks do. Don't take that as gospel. Go ahead. Oh, wow, he's really thinking about it. Did he say scissors? I started talking. Was it scissors?
Scissors, yeah.
Yeah, okay, you won. I did paper again. I went back to paper. All right. What are you rolling with? Favorite football play of the weekend?
Let's go Lions plus 3.5.
Nice. I'm with you on this one. I think we've talked about it on the show, but plus 3.5 with Quan's team. I don't know what could go wrong, but we'll lock you in. Lions plus 3.5. Good luck, man.
Go Lion.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Take it easy. What do we got next, Quan? Mike, rock, paper, or scissors? What are you going to go with?
I am going to go with rock.
Got me. I did scissors. I still haven't done a rock. Isn't that pretty cool, Quan? I think it's cool. No rocks yet. That's a W for you, sir. It's Mike, right? I'm writing down your name just because I got to write down your guys' plays this time. Yeah, go with it. Your favorite football play this weekend.
I see a Chiefs -6, -120.
Let's do it. Why not? Technically, I should probably just give you 6.5 because we're not doing juices. But I'm scanning my screen right now to see if there's any other 6. I'll just give you 6. I don't think it's going to matter. I think this team either is just going to be a disaster or they're going to bounce back like they did against Philly and win by 20 or whatever. So we'll give you KC minus the 6. Best bet, Mahomes this weekend. We'll see. Good luck, man. Take care.
Thanks.
All right, I got to write down a few more answers here for rock, paper, scissors. All right, who's up next? Nick, have you noticed the pattern? You're like the one guy that actually has in the past.
Well, you haven't done rock yet, so and if you did it now, congratulations, because I'm just going to say scissors.
It's definitely rock, and you're not going to believe me. I'm going to take a picture and DM you later, just so you know. There's no crosses. It's going to have a timestamp on my phone or my computer. I mean, 2/18. All right, but it's rock. I went 3 paper, scissors, 2 paper, scissors, 1 paper, scissors. Well, then I got to go rock because the pattern ended. So I apologize. What were you going to bet though? By the way,
Nick, you wrote it as the first 3. It was all a pre-planned 9-segment pattern. It was 9 plays.
I wrote down the first 3, but I thought that through. Yes, and I had all 10 in my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did not notice that was that was going to be the breaking point on it.
I'm not letting you go though. What's your favorite bet for tomorrow? Because usually you got some pretty good stuff. I just want people to hear just for the sake of it.
Oh, I mean, I gotta roll with you on this one. We're taking the Fighting Lane Kiffins minus the 2.5.
Nice. Okay. So Ole Miss would have been his play for people that are listening in.
Yeah, but that's all good, and hopefully nobody is taking any video evidence and selling off selling the game film here to the opponent for whoever Quan's flag team is playing.
Don't matter.
You worried about
execution is key. We execute.
Yeah, we know that because you blamed the lack of it on your players,
man,
not the play
I run a tight ship. Okay, these kids got to get in line.
All right, Nick. Good luck this weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday, bud.
All right, sounds good. Have a good one, guys.
See ya. What's up, Bill? How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. How are you, Preston?
We're great. We're ready for the weekend, ready for your favorite football play, but you got to beat me in rock, paper, scissors first. I am ready whenever you are. Go for it.
All right, I'm going to just go with paper. Not going to think about it much.
I went with rock again, so that is a W for you. This is Bill, you said, right, Quan? Cool. Just writing down your name because I got to write down your favorite football play of the weekend. What is it?
I would say Chargers +3. I don't know if that's still around at all, but I got some with you on Monday when you were talking
3.5,
about it,
hopefully. Nice.
3.5, yeah.
There are no longer any 3s for what it's worth. But, yeah, never mind. The 2.5, you can't push on 2.5 anyways. I was just going to say some people have gotten some push-outs. Yeah, I wouldn't use them at 2.5 unless you really like them, but there's no 3s left.
Okay.
Even the 2.5s are basically flat 2.5 now.
Juice. Okay. I'll take Buffalo, whatever the best number you see. I think 5.5 against Tennessee. Is that valid on Monday, or does it have to finish before the weekend here?
It does need to finish before Monday's show, so that wouldn't work. Monday Night Football wouldn't work. Sorry.
All right.
If you want to use the Chargers in a teaser, I'll let you do that. You can tease him up to 8.5. Do you have another leg you'd want to add to it?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay.
Give me, let's do the Browns -3 then.
Okay. There are 3 still there. I'll lock you in. Browns -3.
Perfect.
Cool, man. Good luck this weekend. Take care.
Thanks. You too.
All right. Who do we got up next, Quan? Cool. What's up, John? By the way, from Cleveland, do you like the Browns this weekend?
That's going to be my play after I win rock, paper, scissors.
Oh.
Let's go.
He's
He
confident.
calling you a chump.
Should I change my answer?
Nah,
I already wrote a
I
few
think
in
you stick
advance.
with it.
All right. Pressure's on. What are you going to go with? Rock, paper, scissors?
Hold on.
Wait,
Give him the recap.
He doesn't need a recap. I'm going to read off 12 rock, paper, scissors things.
Last 3.
I didn't do any rock.
I'm
The
going
last
rock.
2 were
Doesn't
rock.
matter. I'm going rock.
All right, you're through. I made him sweat.
That's it. That's the
He got me too. I went scissors, so he won outright. W. And
Undefeated
you're going
so far. Just saying.
Yeah, Browns -3. We'll lock it in, man. Good luck this weekend.
Awesome. Thanks, Preston.
Take care.
Have a good weekend.
We got Evan.
Beautiful. Evan, what's up, man? You ready to roll? Rock, paper, or scissors?
I'll go with rock.
I went with paper. Man, 4 papers today have beaten you guys. Maybe I should just do paper more often because they always throw rock more often. I'm sorry, man. That's an L. We'll talk to you next week.
Have a good one.
See ya.
Sounds great. Bye-bye.
Who's next, Quan? Who do we got? Quan's trying to figure some button clicking out. All right, Tom. Rock, paper, or scissors? What are you thinking?
Gotta go with the paper.
I went with scissors. I switched to scissors, Tom. I'm sorry. Paper would have been good. Most of these, not there. That's another L. Tom, good luck this weekend, man. Take care.
All right, we're gonna kick them Braves ass in that series. It'll be
Yes. That is the hope. Go Dodgers. Who's next, Quan? All right, Jim. Rock, paper, scissors, man.
Don't say scissors, scissors.
Scissors.
Paper. He wins. Made him sweat a little bit, too. I think he'd lost 1 or 2 straight, so I wanted to... when they say don't say scissors, like they think, it's a little extra anxiety.
No, I told you I was going to get you. That's my 4 straight scissors, so you didn't remember.
Oh, I did forget that. For some reason today I wanted to do this certain pattern thing, and I've just been pre-writing them. Next time I'm going to get you. I'll remember. Jim is going to go scissors. I will not forget. You're through, though. What are you going to go with? Your favorite bet of the weekend?
I promised myself if I got through, I had to take this opportunity to troll Dallas because they're not that good. So my favorite bet is New England plus
Nice.
3.5.
I
Dallas
went to
sucks.
3 some other
Sorry,
places just recently, too. Since the last 3.5. Earlier on Who Wants to Be Betting Extraordinaire, literally 12 minutes ago, about 5 minutes ago, a bunch of shops went to 3. So, for what it's worth, hopefully that's the right side. We'll lock you in. Pats plus 3.5.
All right, guys, later.
Take care. Next. Matthew, what's up, man? I'm not sure if you figured out the pattern or not, but I did mention there has been a pattern. Rock, paper, scissors. What are you going to go with?
I missed the beginning of the show, so now I'm gonna miss the pattern. But well, let's do scissors.
Got me. I did paper. So that is a W.
Oh.
All is well. This is Matthew, right, Quan?
Yep, Clearwater,
Cool.
Florida.
Matthew, whenever you're ready, give us your favorite football play of the weekend.
All right. What do you see in the Chiefs at? You got 6.5 or just 7?
6.5. Yeah. Someone else got 6 minus 120, so I'll give you the 6 too if you really want to lay KC.
Just gonna take a quick peek at the other one, see if there's anything I like better. But I think actually, I'll take Green Bay minus 6.
Okay. Green Bay minus 6. I think Carlos also went with that. So apologize in advance. Immediately.
Listen, man. They got to respect Carlos. Carlos got the day 6.
They're due. The Packers are due to go into Chicago and get the job, right?
They haven't gone into Chicago and covered 6 in a long time. That's true. So they're due. That was fantastic. We should clip that, Quan, at some point. If you really want to switch your answer, we can. But otherwise, I wrote it down.
No, all right. Look, Packers
All
are
right.
they're gonna light them up.
Go Packers. Good luck this weekend, man. Talk to you later.
Thanks. Have a good one.
It was such a genuine, like,
Carlos got to call in and tell him to put some respect on his name. He
Yeah.
still got the 2,500 right now.
That's true. He's kicking everyone's butt. Carlos is the one that got through to day 6, almost got to the $25,000 question. Who's up next?
Last caller for right now is Cam in New Jersey.
All right, Cam. Rock, paper, or scissors?
I'll go rock.
Scissors. That's a W.
Nice.
What are you going to go with?
I was-
Favorite
I was-
football play? Yeah, pick anything.
Can it be something I gave out on the show earlier in the week?
It has to be the versus the current market.
No, I know. But it's just a half one. I just want to know.
Yeah. This is a different show. So, yes, you can double up in that sense. Yes.
All right, yeah. I'll lay the 3 with the Browns tomorrow. Or Sunday, excuse me.
Okay. Sounds good. We've had a few people
I gave
do
them
that.
2.5 earlier in the week, but I still like them at 3.
Yep. There's even some 3.5s now. So you were well ahead of that move. Nice work. Good luck this weekend, and we will talk to you Monday, hopefully.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
See ya. Carlos calling back. You got a smirk over there. No? Do we have anybody, or is it good? Who is it? All right. What's up, Patrick?
Hello?
Hold on a second.
Hey, is it day 1?
It is. You're calling correctly.
Okay.
It is day 1.
Okay.
I just want you to know, my hands are in the air. I've pre-written down some answers, so I already know what you generally say. I just wanted to point out that I'm not changing
Are we doing
anything.
rock, paper, scissors?
Yes, that's the only way you're through.
Okay.
And then it's a wild card. It's a wild card
This is
game.
why I started smirking.
You get to pick any game you want. There's no A, B, C, D today. You could any football game for day 1 that you want, but you have to beat me in rock, paper, scissors. So back to this. I always pick rock and lose. Run you've been on. Just bringing it up.
I need some drama here. I like it, Patrick.
He's thinking about this more than he's thinking about his pick.
Here, let me turn the music up a little bit, make it a little more dramatic.
I will go with rock.
It's paper. I tried to warn him without.
Son of a...
He thought I was trying to trick him. Literally, my next 3 in a row were paper, and I was just already laughing that he called in right before a run of 3 paper straight.
Well, you know what? I do have something to report, though. I just saw Buck Showalter at the Taco Bell here.
Oh my gosh, Joe Madden and Buck Showalter.
What did I tell you yesterday? The guy, Stubby.
I don't know their name. I thought they were made up people, to be honest.
No, Stubby Clapp is their first base coach.
Yeah.
He's a prime candidate.
Well, I retweeted Quan. I quote tweeted it, and I said neither of these names is Joe Madden, which is my way of reporting that it might be Joe Madden. So if I'm right, I can take credit, and if I'm wrong, I can blame Patrick. But all kidding aside, I'm curious, what would you have picked versus the current market favorite play this weekend?
Oh, you know what? I would probably say the Vikings off the top of my head. Has that moved to 3?
2.5.
Or is it still under 3? I'd take the Vikings under 3.
Okay. Yeah, mostly just 2.5 still. 1, 2. Yeah, you're okay. All right. Good luck regardless. We'll talk to you Monday,
right.
Patrick.
Okay, I'll guess rock again. All right.
Yeah, I know you will. See ya. He basically admitted last time, for people that are wondering, he was like, I only pick rock. Did you catch on? Because I just don't think about it. I just always say rock whenever I play. There's no strategy. It's all random anyway, which you could make that argument. It is just randomness. But then I said, oh, well, I know now next time you call through, I know that you're going to go with rock. So be wary of that. And then he called, and I'd already written paper down, and I was like, holy cow, he's about to lose. So I set him up to at least get out of it, and he still couldn't get out of it.
It was the call placement. He waited till the end instead of just.
I did a lot of papers today, so there was a good chance he was going to lose actually anyway, but there's still a couple rocks. There were a good amount of scissors. Anyways, we have another caller, right?
Got Vic B.
All right, what's up, man? You going with rock, paper, or scissors?
I'm going to go with rock simply because I heard you say rock like 20 times since I tuned in.
Were you listening to the last call?
I was listening. I tuned in probably 2 minutes ago, maybe 3 minutes ago. I really didn't even know if it was a new day for Betting Extraordinaire, but I just got a break from work, and I heard you saying rock a lot. So, rock.
Man, next time we should announce it's day one so people know ahead of time on Twitter. We should probably do better at promoting it. It's paper again. On the last call, I said I did 3 papers in a row. So when you said rock, I was disappointed. But you were working. You were trying. I appreciate it, but rock is an L. I had paper written down.
It's all good, man.
Good luck this weekend, though. What would you have bet? What's your favorite play this weekend? Wild card. Any college or NFL? What's your favorite bet?
I'm going with the dogs, man. I seen some numbers had it as low as 21.5, some 23.5, but I think they'll beat Kentucky. I think they'll cover.
Okay. I don't mind it. Maybe JT Daniels plays too. Get a little bonus there. All right, man.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. They need to go ahead and get JT in and get him some reps for these big time games.
100%. I'm with you. All right. We will talk to you Monday, man.
All right,
good luck this
have a good
weekend.
guys.
See ya.
No doubt.
Anything else? We good?
No more callers.
All right, so this is the last thing. Quan, usually I make you pick A, B, C, or D. There's no options. What's your favorite bet of the weekend? We can go NFL. I know you don't really do college. Have you looked at the NFL card yet? Are you still doing the Quan show? Did you get fired after the start you had?
No, listen, we're getting through it. We're trudging along. I actually listened back, how you have these images of yourself doing really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday was it was kind of tough, but I got through it. I listened back to it, and
wasn't as bad.
It wasn't as bad as I thought.
It never is as bad as it feels live. I will tell you. That's usually the case.
I gave out Chargers beating the Browns and a couple of other plays, and then I hit one and lost on some props. But I'm going to go. Hello, Governor. I'm going to go to the London game. Yeah, he's shaking his head right now. I'm going to give Urban Meyer. I'm going to play money line, but I'm going to give Urban Meyer his first win. I think we're at the point in the season where he's got his team together.
Does he? He's partying. He's not going on plane flights.
You can't do that in London.
How do you get the team together?
You just got to be with your.
How do you have? I'm talking about emotionally. How is the team together?
They hate
with all that's going on. So how are they together? You mean literally like their mass is around each other? Yes,
they have one common enemy, and it's the head coach. That's how you bring people together.
Therefore, we're going to win for that head coach?
Yeah, we're not going to win for ourselves.
What?
We're going to win.
We're going to win for. We're not.
If you spike your head coach.
This is coming from the guy, by the way. I was going to take time on Last Rachita to break down why there's actually a reason you go for 2 down 8. This guy thinks that the coach of the Eagles, the only reason you would ever go for 2 down 8 is because you were betting on the game and you needed to cover
I
6.
said that hyperbole, but still, you got to get 15. So you're doing a field goal and a 2-point conversion either way.
You only need 14. You're down 14. You score a touchdown and it's 8. You kick an extra point to go to 7, or you go for 2. You want me to walk you through it real quick?
That's what I'm saying. You got to get 15. Is he trying to win or is he trying to tie?
Wouldn't you rather win the game than tie?
That's what I'm saying. You got to. So if they scored again, they would have got a field goal, right?
No, they were down 6. If they score again, a touchdown wins the game.
They would kick the extra point to win the game.
Exactly. That's why it's good to go for 2.
The difference. So listen.
I can explain it to you if you want.
Let me explain my side first, and then you could break it down mathematically, which is what's going to happen. The reason that we got to that spot was because of analytics, correct? Analytically, Bruce Arians went for it on 4th and whatever from like his 40. If he punts the ball, we probably don't even have this conversation because the probability of scoring from if you start inside.
That doesn't change the decision of the Eagles, though. It doesn't matter where they.
You got to get 15 to win, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they probably, with that sorry ass team and that sorry ass quarterback, don't score. So
they could have. It was like garbage time. Usually that's when it happens more often too. Is when it's the TD at the end where it's like you're probably not going to score another TD anyway, but you should at least go for 2 to give yourself, if you do get the onside kick or the 3 and out and do score one more touchdown, now you're winning in regulation instead of actually trying to win as an underdog in overtime, which you're not going to do very often.
Or you
you're the
go
underdog.
you go for the 2 at the end of the game if you do get that onside kick. It doesn't matter the order.
It does. It does.
Why?
Okay, you ready for this?
I'm listening.
I can also send you like an entire article. Friend Seth Walder at ESPN a couple years ago when it started becoming more common, teams were doing this. He broke it all down mathematically. For the sake of simplicity, we're going to assume that the teams, it's very close to 50-50 to convert the 2-point conversion.
Mm-hmm.
That's just fact. It's like slightly under, and it's slightly dependent on who you're going up against too. Then we're going to assume in overtime you're 50-50. Even though last night that would not have been the case. The Eagles would have been like 40-60 because they're an underdog, and it's the Buccaneers and Tom Brady. If you go for 2 when you're down 8 and you get it, about half the time you get it 50-50, you're down 6, which is what happened last night. Assuming you do score again, you win that game half the time because you get that touchdown. The extra point wins you by 1, right?
Yeah.
So that's 50% of the time you win. The other half of the time that you don't get the 2 and you're down 8, when you score that second touchdown, you have to go for 2 to tie, right?
Yeah.
Half the time you fail and you lose the game by 2. Half the time you tie and you go to overtime. So 25% you lose, 25% you go to OT, 50% you won by 1. And OT of that 25%, we'll assume it's a 50-50 game at that point, you win half the time. That's 12.5% plus 50%. Your win implied probability of winning the game, 62.5% going for 2 first. Now, they're an underdog. They're not winning 12.5%. It's going to be a little lower, but that even incentivizes you more to try to win in regulation because you're not going to win in overtime as often. But half the time, if you go for 2 and you get it, half the time you're winning the game in regulation. And of that other half left, half of that you're going to OT and a chance to win. You're only losing 1/4 of the time in regulation. It's clicking. I can see you actually see it.
No, it's not clicking.
It is. I can see it. It's if you go for 2 and you get it and you score the TD, you win half the time.
I'm going to tell you this, Preston. No matter how many times you shake your hands and do that, mathematically, it's not clicking.
Okay.
Math.
This isn't even math.
It is math.
If
to me, it's math.
If they get the 2 the first time, what's the chance of getting a 2-point conversion?
I have half
It's
the
50.
time.
Okay, so half the time they get the 2 like they did last night.
Yeah.
They're down 6. If this is all if they score again anyway, which of course it's not likely, but if they score again, they win the game by 1 half the time. You agree with that, right? Half the time they get the 2, so when they score that next touchdown, they win the game by 1.
Yeah, off the extra point, right?
Exactly. They win by 1. Of the other half of the time that they fail on the 2, and then they're down 8, when they score that touchdown to cut it to 2, half the time they're going to fail again, and you just lose. So what's half of half?
They wouldn't be down 2, though, right?
They would. If you're down 8 because you failed the 2-point and you score another touchdown, now you're down 2.
But I'm saying if they kicks the extra point, it's 7.
Right, and then you're just going into play to overtime where you're going to be an underdog and win like 40%
Then you
instead of
go-
62.5%.
you go for 2. If you're down 1 and you go for 2.
Okay, you can do it that way too.
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
So that's what I'm saying. So you're down 7.
Saying you have a better
You do.
chance of kicking the extra point to win the game if you go for 2 first.
Yes, versus if you just tie it at 7 and then you go for 2 at the end, your chance of winning is literally 50-50. You don't get the extra 12.5% equity. It literally comes down to a 2-point conversion. You either win or lose the game, right? That's a 50-50 shot. If you go first, you're increasing your probability of the overtime percentages plus winning 50% of the time in regulation. You like by a pretty big margin. It's still shocking that every team doesn't do this always, but it's like by far increasing your win probability to go for 2 down 8, especially like in the fourth quarter.
Like, yeah, somebody tried to explain that it's smart. If you're down 8 and you make it 6, obviously you can kick the extra point.
And if you don't,
miss,
it doesn't matter because you can still go to
sitting.
overtime anyway. And then you have a chance to win overtime. And if you miss both 2-point conversions, that's about 1/4 of the time.
Oh my God,
you're going to lose. You know how to multiply 1/2 by 1/2. You know that answer. It's 1/4. That's 25%. You can do that one.
I appreciate you giving me.
That's the chance of losing in regulation.
You giving me that much.
All right, it was only like 7 minutes. I think he gets it though. People listen back. You can pull that. Like it's really straightforward. If for some reason people don't like to take the time to wrap their head around it, but if you're getting a 50% 2-point the first time to cut it to 6, and you do score that extra touchdown, you literally win the game in regulation half the time. And of that other half, you're going to be in OT half of that time. And you're going to win sometimes in OT. So your percentage is way higher than 50. It's just like.
So this is just the, I guess, devil's advocate. You're down 8. You don't get the 2-point conversion. What's the probability on that?
25% of the time you miss both 2-point conversions and you just lose in regulation. Yeah. Whereas if you had kicked the extra points, you maybe would have had a chance in overtime to win. For the Eagles, like say 40%. So that's what you're giving up, is maybe a chance at overtime, but your overall chances of winning increase going for 2 down 8. It's just fact of the matter. It's like not even an argument. More and more teams will do it, but like the Chargers and Ravens and Eagles have all been doing it for a few years. The Browns probably do it. I'm not sure. I'm guessing the Niners would do it. Probably the Pats, but they haven't really been in a position in a long time that I know of where they're down 14 late. Cowboys probably do it now. I don't know. It's interesting. It just doesn't come up very often, but you'll see teams, even the Eagles will do it in like the second quarter. They'll start firing 2-point conversions earlier if they're down 14-0. I've seen the Eagles the last few years with Doug Peterson do 2 points down 8 just earlier in the game, because theoretically it's the same thing, whether it's the second quarter or fourth quarter. You're just trying to gain that advantage of the extra point if it comes into play. So,
and the only point that I make is,
you said there was no reason to go for 2 down 8.
Don't get smoked for 3.5 quarters.
I'm sure they would prefer not to be down 14. Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah,
But your point was, and you put it on Twitter, and I screenshotted it, and in Discord, there is literally no reason to go for 2 down 8. In reality, you're getting, again, basic using 50-50, 12.5% extra chance, extra win probability your way. Just go for 2 down 8 when you're playing Madden, whatever it may be. Plus, in Madden, you're probably getting the 2-point way more often than 50-50, let's be honest. In real life, it's like a 49%.
I'm just about to go for 2 all the time. Shove it up. Somebody. What did?
Well, did you see 2? Was it last weekend? Everyone was missing extra points, and it's not awful. If you're hitting extra points now at only a 90% clip instead of where it used to be like 99%, now you're getting 0.9 points per kick.
Oh my God!
But you get 2 points half the time. That's 1 point. You're actually 11% better to go for 2 every time. You're right.
How many athletes were in your advanced stats class? Not many.
I did AP statistics in high school, just because I wanted to, and I actually wanted my freshman. I declared major was actually statistics. Then I switched to psychology. I just I want to try to change the world. I want to help people, and I didn't do stats. But athletes, there's maybe 1 or 2 basketball players I know of for sure. A tennis player. I don't know about football players.
They probably didn't take it. I'd go on. I'd bet my life on that.
AP stat. This really is an AP stats, and I had intended to draw a little diagram for you.
That wouldn't have helped.
On a piece. No, it would have. It literally would have been like the football team on top with a couple branches, going for 2 or not, a couple branches, and you would have seen it like win 50% plus 12.5%, or go to overtime and win 40%. 62.5 is better than 40. I should give them 50, I guess, for saying they're 50-50 in OT. But the Eagles would have been a dog in OT, which incentivizes you even more to go for it because you don't want to go to overtime anyway. You want to win in regulation. And you don't want to win in regulation where it just comes down to a 2-point do or die, because then your chance is only 50%. I think you actually are kind of getting it. You just don't want to admit it.
No, listen.
I'm like looking at you, and you're like, kind of like, Like you're thinking it through. I can see it, and you just don't want to say like, "Holy cow, I never thought of that."
I appreciate you like giving me all this credit, but no. Listen, this is what my coaches told me to do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No one did it 20 years ago, 15 years ago.
Go here, play this position, and you got to cover this guy. That's it. They didn't say take a 45-degree angle.
You did know earlier when you were doing the graphic for my pick every side, the record. And I said, is it 7 games over 500 now? Because in my head, I had 135 and 128, but I wasn't sure. But you were looking at it.
85. That's a football.
But I said, is it 7 games over 500? But you knew that was 135 minus 128 was 7.
That's because
you knew
I'm
that.
used to football. Like
you could just see 8 and 5 as a 7 difference. Yeah. Okay, so you should be able to do like 50% and 25%.
All of my math teachers, they tried to do this, and it didn't work out.
It worked out. You survived. It's okay. All right, man. Anything you want to leave with us other than your favorite NFL play, which I think was the point we were going to try to have you give out your favorite play? Did I already forget what it was?
Jags.
Hello,
Governor.
Was it money line too? Plus
I
one.
said I might take a money line.
Plus 138. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Good luck with it. I think I would be on Miami at 2.5. It's starting to push 2.5 some spots. All right, we should wrap up the show. It's Friday. It's the weekend. We had no reason to close yet. I don't even know if anyone's still listening. But if you enjoyed the little breakdown and you've always wondered, why do teams go for 2 down 8? There's actually something about it. Google Seth Walder, ESPN, going for 2. It was, I think he wrote it in 2019 or 2018. And he breaks it down more directly because I think going for 2, you get it not quite 50. It's like 48 or 49%. And then he also includes the amount of times you miss the PAT, because these days now you're missing a PAT like at least 6 or 7% of the time. So you're actually, that incentivizes you to go for 2 even more, which makes up for the 49% versus 50%. It's pretty good though, but look it up. You won't, but other people can if you're still listening. But I think we're good to go. Are you good? You go have a good weekend?
Headache. You
got a
threw all
headache?
these numbers at me.
You gonna be able to call a 964 tonight?
976.
Yeah, 970.
See, like those are numbers that I'm used to. If it has to be routine for me. If you drilled it into my head, then yeah, I could get analytics and everything you need.
I hate too, by the way, and I think even Seth refers to it in like the article, the analytics movement, and everything, anything, anything math related now is just immediately NBA, football, baseball. Oh, analytics. It's just like so straightforward. Like this go for 2 thing down 8 is not analytics. Analytics in my head are like, it's analysis of metrics that you can't do in your head or think through because a computer has to do it. And it's like really like, what are the underlying metrics showing us that we just can't see with the eye test? In my head, that's what I think of analytics. Thinking through, oh, you're right. Half the time they would just win by 1. The other half of the time, half of that they'd go to overtime, and half the time they lose. And then in overtime, they'd have half. Wow, that is true. That's a lot better than they would have. Oh, okay. Like it just is like, that's not analytics. It really is just like basic fundamental logic.
But from an athlete's perspective, football is stupid. It's like the most dumbed down game ever. Cover 2, you throw the ball to the sidelines in the hole. Cover 3, you throw it on the seams. Cover 1, you run crossers. That's what football is. It's about who you have. It's the X's and O's, or the Jimmy and Joes, not the X's and O's. So you're making it to where coaches at least have to think about what to do, which kind of slows the game down.
I'd be confident that in locker rooms or where they're setting up classrooms in college or whatever, that they could have someone sit there for 15 minutes with the team and draw out why we're going to go for 2 down 8.
Buddy.
I promise you they would get it. I'm like very confident.
No.
You're like,
I'm not the smartest bulb in the bunch.
Maybe I have too much confidence in people.
Giving
I don't
way
know.
too much credit.
And logic, I mean, not in a demeaning sense. Like you can take logic 101. Like I mean, like logic from a sense that like it's a skill, sure, but it's just like a way that you think through things. It doesn't mean you're like illogical or stupid. I just mean by the actual process of thinking through things is logic. And the go for 2 down 8 is just thinking it through. That's not analytics. But everyone always says, "Oh, Eagles going for 2 down 8. Analytics, like, can't believe these kids and the computers." It's like, just think about it in your head for a minute.
But we've been
or 12 minutes.
We've been conditioned to 7-7-7. That's what football has been for the last.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Which
so
is why if you step back and you think it through, it is a change. And if you're
Like
open
that.
to it, you can realize, oh, okay, that actually does give yourself a better chance to win.
It makes if you're telling me that I have a better chance to get 15 points if I go for the hard play first, yeah, that makes sense.
It's not necessarily that you have a better chance to get 15. It's that you have a better chance to end the game in regulation, which then the other team doesn't have a chance to beat you back. If you're like 14 and going to overtime, the other team can still beat you. So you're trying to eliminate that opportunity where when you do get 15, it just is basically ending the game.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're going for 14, the other team always has a chance in overtime. So that's basically the roundabout way of explaining it too.
I'm going to take a nap.
Take a nap. You got games tonight. It is a cool weekend. Thanks for everyone that did hang around. We'll be back Monday, hopefully day 2. We have a bunch of people that locked in plays for today. 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific last word Cheetah, and then 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific for Who Wants to Be a Betting Extraordinaire. All brought to you by Bets TV. Take care, guys.